Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and today I am going to discuss the problem broken calculator of lead code. Index number is 991 and problem is of medium type. Okay, so let's jump directly into the problem statement. So basically we have been given an integer x and also the integer y, and we have to convert x into y into, that is, we have to convert x to y in minimum number of operations. That is, what would be the number of operations to convert x to y. So, and what are these operations? So let us discuss that also. Note that it has been given two operations only, that is, either we can multiply x by 2 or we can decrement x by 1, and we have to use these two operations in any order. That is, we can use either the first or you can use either the second and any number of times and convert x to y. And what would be the minimum number of operations to convert x to y? So how we are going to do this problem and how we are going to analyze this problem, let's go further. Okay, so let's go in detail. So what is given in this question actually? So basically we have been given two numbers x and y, and we have to find the minimum number of operations to convert x to y. Okay, now what are these operations? Now note that there are only two operations, either we can multiply our current number by 2 or we can reduce my current number by 1. So before before moving further, I am going to discuss my main logic behind this problem. That is, we can modify the above two operations in a reverse manner. That is, if y is going to be even, that is our target number is going to be even. What I am going to do, I am going to convert my y to x. That is, it is also equivalent to converting x to y. So I am going to convert y to x in minimum number of operations. So how can we modify these two above operations such that it will be equivalent to these two operations as well? So our modified operations will be, if y is going to be even, I am going to divide it by 2, and if y is going to be odd, I am going to add 1 to it. Okay, note that here I am using, that is, let me write here, I am converting y to x. Okay, so don't get confused. So let's move on to some examples, and note that I am also discussing why I am going to do these two operations and why this operation is correct and why these two operations is actually equivalent to these two operations. That is, when we are converting x to y, we can use these two operations, and when we are converting y to x, we can use these two modified operations. Both are actually equivalent. Okay, so let's discuss these two examples for better understanding of this problem. So currently I have x equal to what? 5. Note that I am first using these operations, that is, x can be multiplied by 2, x can be reduced by 1, that is, I am going to convert x to y. Okay, now suppose our current x is 5. The best way would be what? I am going to convert x to 4 and then convert it to 8. Note that first I am going to reduce 5 by 1, it cost me one operation, and again I am going to multiply 4 by 2, it again cost me a single operation. So total number of operations would be what? Two operations. Note that this 5 can also be made to 8 by operations like, we can convert 5 into 10, it cost me a single operation, then convert it to what? 9, then convert it to what? 8. Okay, so this process is costing me what would be the number of operations? Note that here it requires 3 operations. Okay, so but we have to report the minimum, so I am going to report two operations, that is, we can convert x to y in two operations. Now using modified operations, I am going to show you how this is going to give the correct result. Okay, so what is the our modified operation? That is, as you can see, if y is going to be even, I am going to divide it by 2. If y is going to be odd, I am going to add 1 to it. Okay, now note that I have the current value x as what? 5, and current value y as what? 8. Now if y is what? Even, I am going to divide it by 2. So our 8 would become what? 4. Now again, if you can see y is again even, I am going to divide it by 2, but note that if dividing it by 2 will not make me to reach 5 as soon as possible. So our best way to reach 5 would be what? Increment y by 1. So I am going to increment y by 1, so it cost me again 2 operations. So this is our best possible way, and this is what? This is working fine. So now I am going to discuss, okay, let me write why this modified operation works. Okay, so let me discuss why this modified operation is going to work correctly. So note that what is my actual operations, that is my actual operation is to convert x into twice of x. Note that that is our actual operation. You can see x can be multiplied by 2. I am going to convert this to our new modified operation. Note that on the left hand side x can be even or x can be odd, but in the right side it is obvious that after multiplying by 2 this number is always going to be an even number. Okay, and this number can be our even or can be our odd. Okay, now another observation is our x can be, note that I am talking about my initial number of operations, that initial given operation, that is the two operations. X can be multiplied by 2 or x can be reduced by 1. Okay, now our next operation is to reduce x by x minus 1. Okay, note that what I am going to do is I am going to reverse these operations. How I am going to reverse this operation? Now I am going to write if y is going to be odd, that is I am talking about this operation. If y is odd, I am going to add 1. If y is odd, I am going to do y plus 1. Why I am going to do this? Why, if y is going to be odd? Note that if x is going to be what? X, in case of x I am going to decrement x by 1, and if x is going to be even, then it is only obtained by this operation. Okay, or we can also say it can be obtained by this operation, but if y is going to be odd, the reverse of this operation is exactly this operation. So I am going to do this operation. If y is going to be odd, I am going to increment y by y plus 1, and correspondingly then I can also do as, if y is going to be even, I am going to do as y by 2. Why this operation is going to be work? This is actually the reverse of this operation. Note that this operation, y, if y is going to be even, I am going to divide it by 2. Why this operation is working? Because suppose let me take the prove this by contradiction. Let me add 1 to this, and if we add 1 to this, y plus 1 is going to be odd, and if y plus 1 is going to be odd, note that I am going to do again one increment operation. Okay, now again these y plus 1 and again plus 1 cost me 2 operation, and suppose I am going to divide this by 2. Okay, let me write here, it cost me 3 operations. Note that I am going to prove by contradiction. What I am going to prove here, that why this is going to work. If y is even, why I am going to do division by 2, and why this is working only when y is going to be even. So let's prove it by contradiction. I think there is some spelling mistake. Okay, now if y is going to be even, let's add 1, it cost me a single operation. Let's again add 1, it cost me a single operation. Now if we divide it by 2, note that this is these three operations, that is it is going to be equivalent to what? Let me write here, this is equivalent to y by 2 plus 1. Okay, and it cost me a 3 operations. So first I am going to increment my y by 1, then again 1, and then divide by 2. It cost me 3 operations. And there is another way, if y is going to be even, why not divide by 2 first? That is, I am going to divide y by 2 first, then it cost me a single operation. Then let me add 1 it here. Then this is already equivalent to y by 2 plus 1, which is actually equal to the exactly the above statement. So it cost me what? Two operations. Okay. So which one will be better? I recommend my viewers to understand this very much carefully. Note that two operations will be better, which is actually first divide by 2, then add 1. So when this is going to happen, that is when this division is possible, that is when y is going to be even. So our best case is, if y is going to be even, first divided by 2, that is always do the what? Division operation. Okay, that's why I'm going to use, if y is going to be even, I'm going to divide it by 2, and if y is going to be odd, I'm going to increment my y by 1. Okay, and note that this is the very much proof that I have used. It cost me 3 operations and it cost me 2 operations, that is using first division, the which is equivalent to these two statements, as you can see. So the best way is to use division. Okay, so our question becomes easy if we convert two given operations into our modified operations and convert y to x very much carefully. Okay, so let's move on to the approach of this problem. So let's initialize my answer with 0 first and work in a reverse manner. So what is reverse manner here? I am going to convert y to x. Okay, so what are the operations? If y is going to be odd, I am going to increment my y by 1, which is the what? Which is the suitable operation here, that is our modified operation, which cost me a single operation, that is single cost. And if y is going to be even, the best possible way is to convert y to y by 2. Note that I have already proved why I am going to do y to y by 2. We can also increment y by 1 and then do again the suitable operation, but the best way, the suitable operation for minimum cost would be to, if y is going to be even, always divide y by 2. Okay, now further perform the above operation till y is greater than x, and suppose if y is less than x, our one operation, that is the first operation, that is if y is going to be even, divide y by 2 becomes waste, that is it gets nullified if y is going to be less than x. So to make y equal to x, the only single operation that is fruitful would be increment y by 1 every time. Okay, till y reaches x. So if y is going to be less than x, the only possible way left is the increment operation. Okay, y equals y plus 1. So this will give us the correct answer, and the code of this is actually very much efficient, having runtime waits 100%. Okay, now this code, that is this approach, gives us the time complexity would be O of log y by x. If we do every time divide by 2 operations, it will give us the time as O of log of y by x. Okay, and the space complexity would be O of 1. Okay, so let's move on to the code. Okay, I have taken my answer as 0 initially. Note that I am converting y to x. So if y is greater than x, we can do two operations. What are these two operations? Note that if y is greater than x, I have always have to do operations, so I am going to increment my answer every time. So if y is going to be odd, best possible way is to increment y by 1, else we are going to decrement y, that is we are going to divide by 2 each time. Okay, if y is going to be even, and if y is going to be less than or equal to x, note that the one of the operation is going to be nullified. The best operation would be increment y to y plus 1 each time till y reaches x. So our final answer would be answer plus x minus y. Okay, so let me submit this code and check out if this is going to be a best, or what we can say, faster code. Okay, there is a network issue. Okay, but you can see, okay, you can see it is 100% faster C++ online submissions. Okay, so if you have any doubts, do not forget to mention in the comment section of the video, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and the link to the code is mentioned in the description section of the video. And please join my Telegram channel for latest updates, and thank you for watching this video.